So I still see a lot of questions on our Facebook group for Eon, Chevy, Silverado, GMC, Sierra, and it does actually work for some of the other SUVs and stuff. But a lot of people talking about installs and stuff like that. They're plug and play. There's really not that much to it. I know a lot of people have problems with the plugs, but from everything that I'm noticing, um, I even had an aftermarket radio before this one with the pack wiring harness. I think it was like the GM31 RP5 or something like that. I might even have those numbers backwards, excuse me. But a lot of people talk about, the plugs and speakers not working. I find that a lot of the time it's that harness. I don't know if it's something with the GM harnesses, but even that issue, I had an issue with speakers on that harness. So it wasn't just, there. So play with the plugs on the back of the radio. Have the key on and have the radio out, kind of play with it a little bit. But basically, I'm going to turn the key on. This will be our boot up. Just kind of give you an idea. The startup time. For me, I'm one of those people, I start the vehicle, I let it run a little bit before I drive. So the startup time does not really bother me that much. With that said, do a little review. You'll see it booting up in the upper right corner here. You see that is the GPS antenna. I got that just sitting over there, ran it up to the dash, pulled the side pieces off there just so I could run the wire there. And then same thing for the Wi-Fi. You'll see the radio still going. I just had that over here laying. If you wanted to, you could stick them to the pillars and everything. I wasn't super worried about it. Got both of those in place. Bought the extension cable so I can use my factory USB. It is currently hooked up to the CarPlay. I think I'm going to switch that. I got rid of the dongle and everything and not doing it. So boom, there you go. There's your startup. Then, probably what, 15, 20 seconds. Once again, not a big deal for me. Not a deal breaker. Using my kids are at me. So, that was really just about it. I am thinking about running one of the loaders. A lot of you guys are talking about those, kind of like that, just because I got certain apps that I like. I don't necessarily always use the screen. I like having a little access to certain things like the Play Store, because I do, as soon as I get home, I try to update it and stuff. You'll see that the Wi-Fi is hooked up there, charging and everything. So we'll go from there. Front camera. A lot of like talking about that as well. My front camera wiring and everything is ran. I believe it's hooked up to the radio. I just don't have the camera. I'm trying to figure out a power source, how I want to work that all in, because obviously I don't want the camera on all the time. That said, it's all sitting up underneath the hood. I just need to figure out the connection issue on where I'm going to have the power hooked up to it so it kicks on and off and such. But an input pod side of that, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure I thought if I hooked it up to just about any of them, once again, play with it. If you're getting it in there, you got to hook up into the back of the radio for the RCA anyways. Hook it up there, throw it in park. Like mine senses when you put it in park, and it goes to the front camera for 10 seconds, and that's in the settings. I think that might even be, I think it's car infotainment. And then I think, is it video? Front camera right there on. You click that, it'll go to the front camera and it'll be on for 8 seconds. But I think, like I said, once that is when you go into park. So it does it for 8 seconds and it shuts back off. That's all the front camera is. And this is the 9480A radio. So I don't know, it's just a couple of things that I have noticed. Go ahead, leave some comments. Let me know if there's any other questions. I can do videos if you have some ideas, or anything, or want something looked at. All right. Thanks, guys.